My name is Brian Gomez, and tonight we'll be talking about nonprofit
leaving your
brands.
stamp on a digital
Leaving your
envelope.
stamp on a digital envelope.
We'll be looking into
The top 10 recognizable brands in the
are
nonprofit sector
what they are.
are what they
We'll
are.
also see
We'll
how
also see
you
how
as a
you
organization,
as
a
a
charity
organization,
or nonprofit
a charity
can
or
really
nonprofit can really capitalize on the opportunity and also seek to expose and promote your brand to better find and support the causes your organization aligns with. Brand defined. A particular identity or image regarded as an asset. You can still invent your own career, be your own brand. What does this mean? This is a particular type of or kind of something. It's really your marker, how um, either an individual all the way to a group and organization is defined by. It could be an image, it could be its cause, it could be its mission, it could be a sentence, it could be a word. So when we're looking at nonprofits, we see how many of these nonprofits you see here really define themselves by either their color schemes, their design, layout of font and or messaging, and the overall aesthetics that compels others and makes them stand out. Uniquely, a lot of these nonprofits have a certain warm or eye-popping hue of color to address and bring attention to themselves. If you see here clearly on the bottom right, you'll see that a lot of these nonprofits carry a red or dark reddish hue. This may serve as an example of how either the population of nonprofits or the sector of nonprofits has been slightly saturated. So in this case, we're looking at American Red Cross. Now, why do you ask? Well, American Red Cross is actually recognized as being in the top 10 in donor support, but also in the top 10 of recognizable brands. Reason to why has been recognized in the top 10 is based on its logo. A simple red cross, layout of 3 colors, all on the back of a white banner. This kind of really helps with promoting simply what they are in a title. Now, recognizing and supporting in their program, you know that American Red Cross really supports the efforts around the United States, be it natural disasters. If we take Red Cross as an example, we start looking at its image. So what we look at, like mentioned before, it's Red Cross. It is in its title, it is in its image, and the America part really does help with understanding its geographical scope of work. So what we see is that this image really encompasses the organization. The simplicity of it really allows for others to carry that image, to remind them of that image, and helps with communicating their efforts, even if they are an external and internal personnel. The exposure is a unique aspect, as we've seen. What we see is how the image and how the cause can be shared and easily acceptable, and why you see today with social media and their websites, their logo will be popping up as frequently as possible to remind people, to embed to people's minds that this is who they are, this is what they're doing. You can also see that in searches when you do any online searching, as well as it carries over on merchandising that you, as a nonprofit or charity, may utilize as a promotional tool as well. But to become distinguished, like mentioned before again, there is a lot of similarities to the red hue. But because the red is not in font, like others have used, it is just by its simple symbol, the red cross. So this makes them distinguished. This makes them unique. This makes them stand out in a field full of nonprofits and charities. So with that being said, here are some of my sources around finding some unique things. I recommend going into the Cone Inc. Opportunity. They have a great resource on how they label the top 10 nonprofits and the top 100 nonprofits based on their brand. And don't forget, please follow us on Twitter. Make sure to link up us on Facebook, as well as connect with us on our website. All those links and sources are found on the description below. Please also hit that like button and leave a comment below. Any of your questions, greatly appreciated. Well, until next time, you guys have a nice one, and we'll see you soon.